Hello everyone, I am Shikha Tiwari, Assistant Professor in Jagran College of Arts, Science and Commerce. I will teach you the subject Business Environment. Now here we will discuss the macro environment. So firstly, what is the macro environment? Those factors which affect the business organization from outside is called macro environment. It is also known as external environment. Now here we will discuss the various macro factors. So our first factor is politico-legal environment. Second factor is economic environment, which is affect the business organization in the monetary terms. While our third macro factor is technological environment. It means how the technology affect the production technique of any business entity. Fourth is the socio-cultural environment, how the society and the cultural factor of any country affect the business organization. And the last one is international environment. It means international environment, how the country has the relation with the other countries for importing, exporting or international business purposes. That is why the macro factors play very important role for the business entities. Our first macro factor is political legal environment. Politico-legal environment consists of all those variables that may influence an organization's activities as a result of the political legal process or climate available in the country. These variables include governmental and legal policies, laws, and institutions at the national, state, and local levels. They also incorporate legislation, regulation, taxation, legal decisions and political policies of party in power. Actually, these variables define the business climate by the constraints they imposes and by the activities they permit. There are necessary variables like political philosophy, political condition, quality of leadership, determining areas, regulation of entrepreneurial behavior, regulating results of entrepreneurial behavior, regulating relationship among various segments of economy. Let us discuss all these variables one by one. So our first variable which is necessary is political philosophy. So political parties working in the country have their own political philosophy. And whenever they get an opportunity of power, they try to implement that particular philosophy. Capitalism, socialism, communism, mixed economy are the main economic systems, and political parties are required to elaborate their stand on these aspects. In practice, viewpoints of political parties decide the development strategies and priorities of the country as a whole. Second variable is political condition. Political conditions include the general stability of the country in which an organization operates, and the specific attitudes that elected government representatives and bureaucrats hold toward business. Political uncertainty creates uncertainty in regulatory framework of business, and consequently business is unable to formulate its long-term growth strategies. Political uncertainty is the result of public movement and conflicts among political parties for power. In this situation, political uncertainty improves the level of risk in business. Sound political atmosphere encourages the business organizations to design their sound strategy on a long-term basis. Our third variable is quality of leadership. So in modern era, party in power rules the country. So quality of political leadership determines the future of the country. If leadership is matured, competent, and efficient, then there will be hope for better prospects of economic development. It will also ensure accelerated economic growth. Our fourth variable is determining areas. Generally, government determines the areas and conditions in which organizations are expected to undertake their economic activities. Business organizations are supposed to take necessary licenses and permissions for initiating specific economic activity. Environmental clearances about site location is also necessary for business organizations. Our fifth variable is regulation of entrepreneurial behavior. So government also acts as a promoter and regulator of business activities. In the present scenario, the individual, proprietorship, and the partnership have given way in many fields to modern corporations. Ownership has been divorced from management and labor has been organized. Technology has advanced. New products, new materials, new machines, and new methods have been introduced. The scale of operation has increased production in many industries, and consequently production process is concentrated in the hand of a few corporates. Economic relationships have steadily grown in complexity. Interdependence rather than independence has come to be the rule. In these situations, political system or government is under obligation to develop effective regulatory system for entrepreneurial behavior. A sixth variable is regulating results of entrepreneurial activities. Government regulations are also applied on the results of entrepreneurial activities. Regulation of profit volume and dividend distribution, taxation policies, and the policies with regard to inter-corporate loan and investment, etc., create legal environment for business organizations. Favorable politico-legal environment motivates the promoters or entrepreneurs to undertake more risky and developmental activities. Our seventh variable, regulating relationship among various segments of economy. Political legal environment regulates the various segments of economy to avoid intergroup conflicts among the entrepreneurs. Regulatory framework of mergers, acquisitions, and takeover and corporate governance, etc., creates a conducive environment for the development of responsible corporate culture in the country. So this is all about the politico-legal environment which affect any business organization externally. So business organization should have to understand about the variables which affect externally, and or so that they can plan it in a better way. Economic environment, or we can say monetary environment, which generated by the various factors outside the organization. Economic environment refers to all those economic factors which have a bearing on the functioning of a business. Business depends on economic environment for all the needed inputs. It also depends on the economic environment to sell the finished goods. Naturally, the dependence of business on the economic environment is total and is not surprising because, as it is rightly said, business is one unit of the total economy. So economic variables involve the availability or scarcity of natural and other resources and the general trends that affect the organization. Economic environment refers to the economic system in a country, stage of development, economic policies, and general entrepreneurial behavior, etc. Basically, general economic conditions and trends are critical to the success of an organization. Besides, economic indicators also measure the level of national income and availability of product, savings, investment, prices, wages, productivity, employment, public enterprise performance, and level of international transactions. All these variables are very important, and an organization is required to forecast and anticipate necessary changes in these variables. Important economic variables are as general economic conditions, availability of economic resources, economic policies, economic forces, and the last one is economic support system. Let us discuss one by one. So our first economic variable is general economic conditions. General economic trends constitute the economic environment to a large extent. They include per capita income, pattern of income distribution, pattern of savings and expenditures, levels of agricultural and industrial production, position of export and import, price levels, employment, etc., and provide effective signals that have to take place in near future. This will enable the organization to assess the demand behavior of products of the industry in which that organization is working. The surveillance of general economic conditions is a vital part of entrepreneurial appraiser's task. The analyst must constantly keep informed of the latest actual situation and the forecast for future periods of such indexes as the gross national income, gross national product, corporate profits, consumer expenditures, disposable income, business investment levels, birth and death rates, household formations, stock prices, interest rates, unemployment and price. Our second variable is availability of economic resources. So availability of physical and natural resources determines the level of economic activity. These resources are natural resources, materials, equipments, finance, labor supply, management, personnel, and infrastructural facilities. Adequate availability of resources inculcates confidence in the managing, and they may try for effective utilization of these resources. Scarcity of resources forces the management to waste their time and energy for arranging these resources, and there may be delay in organizing economic activities at lowest cost. Non-availability of these inputs makes difficult for the organization to attain its objectives. Our third variable is economic policies. Economic policies determine the direction and the volume of business. What to produce, how to produce, how much to produce, for whom to produce, and in what form are generally regulated by the economic policies. Economic policies prepare economic environment. Moreover, economic policies also clarify the stand of government toward business. For example, before 1991, the government pursued the policy of state regulation of business. But since 1991, the government has changed its stand and vigorously trying to implement the policy of economic reforms through liberalization, privatization, and globalization. Our fourth variable is economic forces. Boom, recession, and depression are the important phases of trade cycles, and they have profound effects on the economic environment. In case of boom phase, business organization may treat it as an opportunity for the progress and prosperity. But recession and depression may affect them adversely. However, these economic forces keep on changing, and the government intervention through suitable economic policies can minimize the adverse impact of these forces. Management is also required to formulate suitable strategies to overcome these adverse impacts in shortest possible time. Our fifth economic variable is economic support system. Economic development is also governed by the balanced regional development and the sectoral development. For this purpose, business organizations need economic support system from the government through incentives and subsidies. Incentives and subsidies are the motivational forces which enable the entrepreneurs to undertake economic activities in economically backward areas or in a specific sector like infrastructure sector. Thus, the availability of incentives and subsidies encourages first generation entrepreneurs to undertake the risky activities like research and development efforts, construction of industrial estates, technological consultancies are highly desirable for the favorable economic development.
These all are the assignment questions. You have to attempt all of them.
This is a feedback form. You have to fill it and submit it along with the assignment questions.